Well, hello people, welcome back to the Master Chief Collection. Here we are now in Halo 2, going to be showing you how to get all these levels done on Legendary difficulty, just like we did in Halo CE. Now, I'm also going to be showing you where to get the skulls, terminals, and all the toys, because the skulls only show up on Legendary difficulty. With that, there are a few where I'm going to go back to the level, so there's going to be like a cut halfway through the level of me going back with the Scarab skull activated to make it easier to get the skull. So you guys, what you might want to do is just do the level on Legendary, then go back with the Scarab skull and get to the point where I show you to. As you can see, there are 15 levels in this campaign. You want to go ahead and select the Heretic, and you want to put that on Legendary difficulty and do all that. Because basically the Heretic is just a cutscene mission. The Armory you're going to have to play through, and I'll show you because there is a skull in the Armory which you need to get. This would the Heretic is just a cutscene mission, and then all you need to do is you can just skip the cutscene. The Armory, you have to go through all the training stuff. And then obviously you'll see the collectible guide on how to get the skull, and then you jump straight into Cairo Station. So you want to go ahead and select the Heretic, and you want to go do all your scoring options, and you want to go ahead and put down Legendary difficulty, and then I've just got a skull on from when I was doing something earlier, so you want to turn all the skulls off. And if you want to, you can have the Grunt birthday party on, and if I can remember correctly, I do have the Boom skull on and the Grunt birthday party on. I'm pretty sure I only have it on for the Cairo Station level, as I found they weren't it wasn't as effective as it was in Halo CE. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got those on. But you know, that's about it, and all you need to do now is follow the guys. So we're essentially going to be killing 4 birds with 1 stone. We're going to be getting all the levels done Legendary difficulty, going to be getting the skulls, we're going to be getting the terminals, and we're going to be getting the toys. So you know, that's a lot. It's all going to be good. Quite a lot of gamer score involved. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the missions. So this is the level of the Armory, and I've sped this up to 10 times speed. So what's going to be happening is Sergeant Johnson's going to be standing there asking you to get on the lift. Don't get in the lift until he says, would it help if I said please, which he's going to do in just 1 second.
Would it help if I said please?
Once he says that, get on the lift. It's going to take you, I think it's about 2 to 3 minutes you've got to wait around there. You just got to wait until he says, would it help if I said please? You want to get on this monorail, cable car sort of thing. There's the skull. Hold the use button as you go past it. For me, it's X. For you, it might be something else. There we are. That's the first skull in Halo 2. So once the level's all started up, you go here, pick up your guns. You're going to automatically equip the battle rifle and the submachine gun, and then later on you're going to trade out the submachine gun for the plasma pistol, so you can get that pretty sexy noob combo going on. Now I've got the 3 skulls that we had during the CE guides, which are Boom, Grunt Funeral, and Grunt Birthday Party. Obviously you don't have to really worry about Grunt Birthday Party. I put it in because I really like it. But I found the Boom and the Grunt Funeral skulls not to be as effective as they were in CE than they are in Halo 2. So unless I find them kind of useful in other levels, most of the levels I'm not going to actually be using them. So at this point you're going to get the checkpoint home field advantage, and all you've got to do is wait for the door to be blown open, and then proceed to load out everyone who's your door, use the staircase for cover, and then just take them all down. The AI is actually very, very helpful. Suicidal Marine edge jumps in front of the gun. As you get 2 or 4 battle rifles targeting 1 elite, his shields will drop like crazy, and then boom, one burst to the head, that's him all done. You're going to get these 2 elites here, dual wielding plasma pistols, who dump them down. Again, see the shields go down very, very easily, but they're only minor elites. For those of you wondering, the elites, they have a colour coding system. You've got blue for minor, red for major, white for ultra, and you've got the gold guy, the gold elites which just carry the energy swords. The white ones are the worst ones, and I believe the Grunts have a similar sort of ranking system in Halo 2 as well. Generally, if you see a white elite, you want to get rid of them as soon as possible, because those guys are difficult to take down. But you've got a noob combo, an overcharged plasma pistol shot, and 1 burst of the battle rifle to the head, another suicidal marine ran in front of my gun, another, and yeah, just 1 burst to the head, that will get rid of them just as easy as it would as minor elite. So once that room's all done, you want to come here, take all these guys out just here, run past this guy, or just jump over him, up these stairs, and you want to turn to the left, and then you're going to clear out this courtyard just here. Again, you're in pretty good range here for the plasma pistol, so you can pretty much fire it and it will lock onto the nearest elite. You're going to take out a few guys, just keep an eye, and then you don't want to stay there too long, because you've got 2 elites down here. Usually it's 1 major, one minor. The major is going to run up the stairs in 1 second. You see on my right, there he is. And then you just want to overcharge plasma pistol as soon as you can, and take down his shield, and boom, 1 burst of head. And the minor elite, which is down there, he's actually already been taken out by the AI, which is pretty sweet. So here we are, just moving around. You want to check, you really got to sort of check around what's happening. And then you want to have the 2 grunts just here, and then you want to move forward. Just keep on checking your surroundings and everything like that. I find the motion tracker isn't as effective as it was in CE. Here you're going to have a few grunts and an elite run out, so you're going to take those guys out as soon as possible. See what I mean? With the explosion there, if that was Halo CE, we would have killed him. That would have killed him. You'd have to fire one shot from the pistol into the grunt's head, and then that would have taken care of the rest. But alas, we do not have such an ability in Halo 2, so we've got to kind of go the long way around. So here you got a minor elite there, and you're going to have a few grunts. There we are. He actually gets hit there, and a pretty swift headshot. And that's it. Just check your surroundings, as you know, one grunt behind you can drop your shield really easily, and then all it takes is another grunt to appear out of nowhere, and that's it. You're dead. Right here, really easy. This is where the grunt funeral does help a little bit. And so as the grunts land, you take them out with a headshot, and then they'll take out the rest of the grunts, and so forth. You get the chain reaction thing going on. What you want to do is you want to use the floor for cover, like I'm doing here. But it's pretty easy to take out the grunts as it is, because in most levels you're going to have the battle rifle even when you just start the level, or you're going to be able to pick it up fairly easy. So that's why I'm considering not going to be having the Grunt Funeral skull on for the rest of the game, really. Now, any other difficulty, that would have been the last wave, but it's not. You've got 2 grunts and 1 ultra elite. Like I said, these guys are very difficult to kill, and as you can see, they'll just suddenly die just there. Probably the Grunt Funeral there probably did help. So, but it's entirely up to you. I mean, you can have those skulls on if you want. You know, it doesn't really matter. It's what you find easier.
Malta, what is
now,
your
you know when you're
status?
done,
Over.
they're going to be talking about I think it's the Malta or the Athens station are going to be driving off their borders. You want to aim just here, and then when he goes, oh, this isn't good, you're going to throw a grenade. I threw it just a second too early there, and it's going to land right at the feet of the elites. And it's going to damage them a lot. Maybe even kill them if you can get a few battle rifle shots in there. And then once the grunts are taken out and the elite shields are down, they're going to take cover behind that little crate just there. So you want to noob combo both of those. This guy headshot him, and there's one more elite just there. I noob combo him. He gets hit by an overshot pistol shot and doesn't even give a shit. Takes a burst to the head and dies. Always keep on the lookout for fresh plasma pistol ammo. You're going to come to this point just here. Not too sure why they have put that turret there. It doesn't seem a lot of point to it. And you know, the balcony just here. I throw a grenade for good measure, try and stick on the elites.
Hi there.
It doesn't actually do anything. It does look how to get into 2 grunts, which is pretty cool. And then this guy, I see his shields are being hit by another battle rifle, so I decided to take him out. Pick up all the battle rifle ammo on the floor here. Move up here. I wonder how many times I've said battle rifle in the past 5 or 10 minutes. Probably too many times. So here what you're doing is you just come up the balcony. You're going to do what we did like in the last room. You're going to be noob comboing all the elites. And then 2 ultras just jump in just there. And you're also going to have a gold one. A gold elite as well. You want to take him out as soon as possible, because otherwise he's going to run around, come find you, and he's going to stab you with his energy sword, and we don't want that to happen. So as you can see, there's more ultra elite coming out. There's the gold elite. You want to try and keep speed on him, keep your eyes open for where he's going to be, and there he is. He's great, I think. So obviously they're not stupid. They will take cover. They do realise that they have no weapons to damage you at range. They're going to get in close. Most of the time, the AI is going to start shooting at them, and they can actually get down an elite. But there he is. He's trying to come out hiding. Boom, there he is. He decides to back up. That was his one big mistake. Otherwise, he would have gotten away. As soon as you start taking shots, the best course of action is to take cover, because obviously plasma weapons are extremely effective against shields. And you've only got shields. You have no health bar on this game. Your shields are gone, and you've got a few shots in the hardest difficulty. So here, once you're done in the room, you're going to get the audio cue. Basically where the other station blows up, again the Malta or the Athens, I can't remember which one, and then they're going to be talking about the bomb. So do what I'm doing here, just scouring the ground for some ammo, and then you want to go ahead and position yourself just here.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens, same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
Once the door opens, throw a grenade, and throw another grenade. You want to throw frag grenade, that's the best course of action I find. Now there's the elite. You're going to take him out. You go for the battle rifle. I was thinking just before he died to get my plasma pistol out, but I decided not to. And what you want to do here is, if there are 2 elites, but it looks like mine died, so you would, if yours isn't, just come in with your plasma pistol fully charged up and be ready to noob combo him. Here there's going to be an ultra elite just here. Stick him, wait for him to die. Now here I get very lucky. He normally runs straight towards you, but he is now camoed. So you can see him just there. And I went to stick him, didn't work. I retreated to the back of the room. Most of the time he's going to run down the corridor and you'll be able to stick him pretty easily. Or not stick him, move him around pretty easily. So well, that's 2 camo ultra elites taken out. So that part is fairly difficult. You might find yourself dying a few times, but there is battle rifle ammo just on the floor there. Once that's all done, you want to move up these stairs, and there's going to be a fight happening above you. You got to wait for the engineer guy to die. You want to take out these 2 elites. They can be anything. These guys can range from 2 ultra elites to minor elites to, there's a whole fucking combination you can get going. So here, this is the room where you're doing all your training, and that door opens there, blocking me from getting to the first terminal of the Halo 2 campaign. Just go ahead and activate that. Once that's all done, you're going to be in a second open area, and we're going to grab the second skull once this area is cleared out. All you need to do here is just keep an eye on your left there. You're going to get a few grunts and a couple of elites running out at you. And you just want to noob combo any elites you can find. Really nice and simple, and also if you're lucky in the plasma container, will probably get blown over to you. If not, as you can see, there's one just on the floor just there. And if you're not, just make a quick dash over to where all the grunts died and pick one up. That's the best thing to do, just as long as you have a full, try and get as much plasma ammo as possible. As you can, it is really easy to forget and run out, and it can really fuck you over, which it did at the end of the level. I walked into the last bit with about 4 elites with only the capacity to charge my plasma pistol like twice. That was really irritating. So once all the bad guys are dead here, all the Covenant are dead, just move very slowly forward. I like to go up here, as then I can see into this room just here, and that's where you're going to get, I think it's 4 grunts and 2 elites. So you take those guys out. See, once I start taking fire, I just get back into cover. It's the best thing to do. So I'm waiting for the elites to reappear. I'm just checking my radar all the time. Coming through here, making sure it's all good. Sometimes they're going to jump on the turret, but it's hilarious. And there we are. There was 1 grunt there, and there's the other elite who'll come and find you. You really got to keep a count on how many people I'm telling you there are, and how many people you've killed. Because otherwise, you're going to get an elite come up and just backsmack you. He doesn't even need to do that. He can shoot you from down a corridor a few times, and that's it, you're dead. So following the way I just jumped up there. You want to jump up here. I was a little bit fast, and then what you want to do is you just want to jump up here, and then you want to jump onto here, and you can see there's like a glow. That's actually a cigar that's been left there. And there's the second skull. You don't have to move the bin. You can just hold the use button by the bin. That's the first skull. No, sorry, the second skull of Halo C, and the first, and I believe is the only skull of this level. So here what you're doing is you're moving up. Now here you want to be ready. There's going to be guys walking through the store. You're going to have a handful of grunts and 2 elites. So take all those guys out. Again, random combination. So as you saw there, I had 1 major and 1 ultra. As long as they're not both ultra, you're fine. And then what I like to do is I like to open the door with my plasma pistol fully charged. This guy's giving me a bit of a problem because he's essentially head glitching here. So, and he's got a really good field of fire on me. But I'll take him down. He managed to poke his head up just a little bit, made a mistake of just edging himself out of cover. And then I come around here. There's the other elite. Boom, he's dead. I am actually mistaken. I had 2 major elites. There was no ultra. Now this part, if you kill all these people really quickly, you can avoid fighting the second lot of Covenant coming through the door. I don't think I do it this time round. So as soon as it might even help if you really don't want to fight the second group, just to just charge forward, firing the battle rifle. So as you can see, they all spawn there, and there's elite. There's only about 3 to 4 grunts and one elite there, so it wasn't too bad. But obviously, it's just kind of convenient. You want to avoid fighting as much as possible. Now here's it can be difficult because the way the jetpack elites work, and they are extremely accurate with their plasma rifles. But if you just take out these 2 guys just here, and then what you want to do is you want to, well, obviously once you've taken these guys out, you want to actually do a little grenade jump, and that's going to actually enable you to move around like the outside of this part of the map and jump down, and then you'll be by the door to get you back inside, which is very good. I'm kind of getting a bit ahead of myself there, so I kind of paused a little bit. So here what you want to do is you want to do a grenade jump. If you're not very good at grenade jumps, you want to wait just before the there'll be a certain tone with the plasma grenade. It will do a high-pitched tone. That's when you want to jump, not when you throw it. You just want to wait for the high-pitched tone, then you jump. You want to move around just here, take a look at the scenery. It does look absolutely beautiful. They've really worked hard in this game, obviously apart from the online, but we won't talk about that. And then you just want to, what I do is I just look before I jump down, because otherwise this guy would have killed me. So just noob combo him, Boom, nice and simple, and then just wait for my shields to recharge very quickly. Check the surrounding area once again, and just drop down nice and simple, and then boom.
Yes.
That enables you that actually, normally you only have to fight for 2 at the start, but I have to fight 3 out of like the 5 or 6 jetpack elites you might have to fight. Now here, if you time it right, you can actually do that, which is pretty cool. First time I did it, you wanna listen to the music, and when it gets to the another high-pitched sound of music, that's when you want to throw the grenade, and it's pretty sweet because you can get rid of quite a few drones. As those guys, they really can be a pain in the ass when you're trying to kill, because there's just so many of them and they're so active with their plasma pistols. Here, the Grunt Funeral does help me out again. It takes out a few of the elites. It takes out all the grunts and drains the elite shields a little bit. So here I just charge down. Boom. I think he got hit. I'm not too sure. Yes, he did. Boom. He's all dead. Once that's done, like we did in our not speed run, the part-time guide, you want to go ahead and hit that. Hit the button there. It doesn't matter if the elevator's not all the way to the top. Just go there and hit it, no matter where it is. And there's a pretty sweet floating plasma pistol.
All hands, report to evacuation station. All hands, we are abandoning the station.
So once the lift or the elevator, or whatever you want to call it, it's made to the bottom, there's going to be a whole dialogue cutscene about the main carrier coming towards the Cairo. And then what you want to do is I charge a plasma pistol shot up and try and line up with the gunner of the turret. But then if you miss the first one, these elites are going to be too close to you, so you want to focus on taking those guys out. They very kindly stayed still for me there together, so that was pretty sweet. Just took those guys out, and then he is going to be a pretty terrible shot of range.
The first
For the most part, boom, he gets hit by two bursts to the head. And there we are. So also a pretty sweet 360 points. And there's also a fresh plasma pistol there. Now here's where all the ground's all moving and everything like that. So you want to just drop down here, and then there's going to be 2 more jetpack elites coming over that wall just there. I threw the grenade a little bit early there. So I just started basically throwing a few grenades because we don't really need them for the next room. They weren't all that helpful, but if you are lucky, you can actually stick the elites. I've never done it, but I've always wanted to, so that's why I always throw elites. Why I always throw grenades just before the elites spawn to see if I can stick them. There we are. They're actually very, very vulnerable when they're actually using their jetpacks because they move slow. They're so slow and cumbersome. So and it's really easy for the plasma pistol to just lock onto them. So there's going to be 2 over that wall. Not really too sure why I tried to noob combo him. He's actually had his back turned to me, so all I need to do is walk up and backstack him. And we're now on to the last part of the level.
Just so you know,
as you can see, I've only got 39 charge on my plasma pistol.
You may need to get creative.
So what it might be worth you doing is going back to where we were just before we came into that area, and picking up a fresh plasma pistol. There we are. There's 1 elite down. I think there's 5 elites in total in this room, and I'm pretty sure it's all set at 2 minors and 3 majors. So there we are. I've got 10 charge left in my plasma pistol, so I decided to go and use it 1 more time, and then boom, he's dead. And I get confused with which one got their shields drained, so I didn't know which one to go for at first, but luckily I made the right choice. So here I've got no plasma pistol ammo whatsoever, but what it is worth doing is if you can dual wielding the submachine gun. If you're ever in a pinch at all, and you have the opportunity to dual wield a submachine gun and get close with an elite, it will tear his health to pieces. Here I find these 2 just chilling here, so I decide to stick him. Nice and simple. And then I'm just waiting for the other guy, and I'll use grenades to get this guy. If not, there's going to be weapons all over the floor, so you may just have to charge in and just give you your best shot. But if you are smarter than me, which you probably are, you will probably have plasma pistol ammo left in your gun. But that is Cairo Station done on Legendary. I've left this cutscene in because let's face it, it's probably one of the best cutscenes ever made in the game, and looks absolutely beautiful in 1080p at 60 frames. As always, people, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for Outskirts coming out soon.
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Emberclad. The carrier shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
know what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy. Just one question. What if you miss?
I won't.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
Chief, get inside. Gear up.
We're taking this fight to the surface.